Welcome back to Derby Date Night Juniors Tournament Edition, where you are joining us for our second to last game of the weekend. We have been having such a fabulous time here at this Open Regional Juniors Tournament, where we have seen some amazing derby from these junior skaters. You are joining us for the third place game between Indianapolis Junior Roller Derby and Kalamazoo Killer Bees. These two teams both won one game and then lost one game yesterday. And so both of them are hoping to come out with a win as they finish out this weekend. And this is for that third place trophy. So these skaters are definitely just biting, chomping at the bit is the word I'm trying to think of. Chomping at the bit to hope to get a win here as they finish out their weekend. Yesterday, I definitely noticed that Kalamazoo is a team that just never gives up. They are fighting and fighting all the way through, all the way till the end, and I'm sure you're going to see that again today. JRDA had a very tough loss at the end of a amazing game that was all the way down to a continuation and an overtime jam. So they are wanting to finish out their weekend with a win. As you see on our screen, this is where we're at right now. We are currently at Game 6, which is the championship game. Yesterday, in Game 2, Indianapolis won by a huge margin against Black and Bluegrass, while Kalamazoo was a little bit closer to Cincinnati. And then in the semifinal game, Kalamazoo lost by a good chunk to Pittsburgh, which is a very strong team, and Indianapolis was down to the wire with Savannah. In a couple hours, we will be watching Pittsburgh and Savannah battle it out for the cream of the crop. I know this is Small Town Smackdown, but I still like to say cream of the crop. And the chance to go to the finals, the national finals in Loveland, Colorado on July 12th and 13th. But first, we get to have our third place game. You can see our Indianapolis Junior Roller Derby skaters that are going to be in this game. Evil C is going to be your captain, and we have got lots of great skaters that are going to be out there on the track for JRDA. Your captain for the Kalamazoo Killer Bees is going to be Raging Ray, and we have got a good number of skaters that are ready to come out and make it happen here in the very end of this tournament. Who are you here to root for? Are you rooting for Kalamazoo? Are you rooting for JRDA? Or are you rooting for good derby? Or the officials? I know there are some of you in the chat who are definitely rooting for the officials, so I want to give you that option as well. We're happy to have you all here. All 42 of you, my favorite number and my derby number. Oh my God, it's Father's Day. Serious, happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to everybody. I forgot, Michael. It's Father's Day. How have I made it this far in the day and I haven't realized it's Father's Day? My kids haven't said Happy Father's Day. I need to text them. Okay, things are happening. Princess Leia out is got a forearm, so this is a power jam to start the game for Evil C and JRDA. Give me 1 second. I need to text my children. I have to. I can't believe I forgot. Evil C up on those toe stops to get through to grab the second pair of 4 points on his second pass to grab 8 points for JRDA. JRDA are going to be the first ones on the board here as Princess Leia out is waiting in the penalty box. And, oh, Misconduct was ready there and knows that Evil C likes to jump that apex and is going to pull Evil C all the way to the back of the pack. Princess Leia out of the box and through on her initial. Evil C was able to also get through and will be chasing down Princess Leia. It does not look like Evil C is going to be calling it. Princess Leia with a beautiful apex jump, but Evil C only has one skater to get past, but hit that skater in the back and is being called on a back block. So this is going to be a 2-minute jam, and Princess Leia out now has a chance to try and catch up to the points that JRDA has already put on the board. Abby Duffield, Admiral Abby, is headed to the store to grab us some candy. Abby will be back for the final championship game and is planning on bringing some, quote, weird candy. So we're going to have fun trying out some weird candy during the last game, since our theme for the weekend is candy. So we'll be joined by our official expert of Abby Duffield in the last game. But for now, you get me and my tired sleep. What do you call it when you're really sleepy? Something slap happy. My slap happy kooky, did you say? Goopy? Loopy. I thought you said goopy. So I want to wish all the fathers out there in the chat a happy Father's Day. We appreciate everything that you do. Dads are fabulous and wonderful, and you know, we always love to thank our parents, moms and dads. These juniors wouldn't be able to be doing what they were doing without the support of their family behind them, whether it's moms and dads or grandmas or aunts or uncles or chosen family. We appreciate all of you for supporting these juniors and helping them get to where they are and to be able to participate in a sport. It's always great to see juniors finding their sport, whatever that may be. And as a parent, I'm sure it was, I mean, my kids did not choose to do roller derby, which made me a little bit sad. I was hoping that they would, but I also know I was also a little bit relieved that they didn't, because I was like, ooh, I don't have to deal with going to the emergency room when they have injuries because of it being such a physical sport. So letting your kid play roller derby and take that risk is something that I think is hard for any caregiver to do, and we appreciate you letting them follow their dreams and be able to skate. There's my beautiful deep thoughts with Aria. My soliloquy. We've gotten into the deep thoughts portion of Derby Date Night. I'm being all reflective. I almost took a nap in between games. That's the problem. I had a complete reset. I was all hyper and happy and just woo 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 with the first game, and now I'm having my deep thoughts moments of taking a little nap. You hope Abby brings me back some salmiakki, salt licorice. That does not sound good, Michael. Salt licorice? Jesse is. I'm going back in the chat a little bit, but Jesse gave us a great possible pun for Pixie, who is playing on IJRD. Because we have a candy theme, we could say Pixie sticks the landing if Pixie does an apex jump. But Jesse, do you know Pixie? I don't know. If I go tell Pixie that they need to do an apex jump, they're going to look at me like I'm crazy. So, okay, we'll see. We'll see Pixie do an apex jump. Let's see. Let's see if it happens. Chaos, you kind of did not want your kid to play. I know, it's hard. And I'm glad that you and Sparkles are able to watch from home, and we are wishing Sparkles the best and hoping that she can get well soon and come back and be able to join the Kalamazoo Killer Bees again on the track soon. We wish her and you all the best. With that being said, Mighty Mouse is your lead jammer for IJRD. Barbie Basher chasing down Mighty Mouse, who tries to do a spinning jump through the pack, was unable to land it in bounds, and so calls the jam. Barbie, I think, might have stolen a point or two there. 3 points stolen from Kalamazoo on that jam. Kalamazoo is in the lead, 19-12. Where are you watching from today? I know, Chaos, you're in Fort Wayne. Michael, you're in California. I think Carl finally went to bed. It's almost like 3 o'clock in the morning in Australia. Where else are you guys watching from today? Punky Bruiser on the line for IJRD and Rage and Ray for Kalamazoo. Rage and Ray is out as lead jammer. Got called lead jammer and then got a little bit swallowed by the pack, but is now fully out and coming around on a first scoring pass. Rage and Ray, did Rage and Ray pass the star, or no? Lily does not have the star, so, and that's not Rage and Ray, that's Punky Bruiser. Punky Bruiser is, I'm tired, serious, I switched them. Rage and Ray is jumping the apex on a 3rd scoring pass. Nope, 2nd scoring pass. Does somebody else want to announce for me? Oh no, Rage and Ray is going to the penalty box, so this will be a power jam for Punky Bruiser, and this jam will go the full 2 minutes. Melody, if you're still watching, get in the car and drive up here and help me announce the rest of this game. I'm getting everybody all switched up. Newcastle, Random Rambles cheering for Pixie. Detroit, Michigan. Hello, Detroit. Simon from our home state of Washington. We will be there so soon. Simon, 2 weeks? 2 weeks, serious. We're going to be in Washington. And Biz says, hello, I'm cheering from my couch in Muncie, and finally did put on pants. Pants are overrated, Biz. You don't have to put on pants to watch Derby Date Night. That's the beauty of it. Ragin' Ray out of the box and going back to the box with an illegal contact penalty. Punky, meanwhile, is trying to establish a lead for IJRD. They are currently down by 3, and Punky is hoping that they can make that change. Okay, nothing else exciting is allowed to happen until Michael Kwong gets back. Happy Father's Day, Sirius. Good work. Yes, good work. Punky is on another scoring pass. IJRD has taken the lead at this point. I think they got a couple more points there at the end, but so did Kalamazoo. So let's see where we're at. IJRD 26, Kalamazoo 23. Michael is probably like, I have to go to this Father's Day brunch. I have to go to this Father's Day brunch. I can't watch Derby. I'll be back. Sirius is like, you can have your phone while you're at lunch. Actually, they're shorts, and they do have an elastic waist, says Biz, but I needed the pockets. You need the pockets to sit on your couch and watch Derby? Oh, if you're going back and forth from the kitchen, I suppose. All right, Ragin' Ray is jamming for Kalamazoo, and we've got Evil C out there on the line, getting through as lead jammer for IJRD. Evil C is coming around on a scoring pass, ducking around misconduct and finding a tripod at the front. Great job by misconduct there, recycling to the front to become part of the tripod, holding Evil C as he stretches out that pack, and continues on as lead jammer. Ragin' Ray was able to get out of the pack and is chasing down Evil C about half a track behind. Evil C goes in and taps those hips, and IJRD has taken the lead back from Kalamazoo. That is a lead change. Cha-ching. Simon is here for good Derby. Watching juniors makes Simon realize just how great Derby is for a junior sport. The fact that there are so many refs and officials gives parents a good way to be involved. Also, juniors are such great fans. Absolutely. And you are right. Juniors are such great fans. I see juniors all the time at adult games. What I challenge you all in the chat is if you are an adult Derby player that's not a parent of a junior Derby player, go support your juniors. Those are your future teammates. So go see the juniors, go cheer on the juniors, encourage juniors roller derby because they are your future adult Derby players. And I would love to see a little bit more intermingling between the juniors and the adults as they, learning from each other and working together and helping each other. Yes, Sirius? Be nicer, they're gonna take your spot. See, I'm being all sunshine and rainbows, and Sirius is over there. They're not your future teammates, they're your future competition to take your spot in the lineup. They still have cartilage. I had a feeling, Biz, as soon as I was like, why do you need pockets for sitting on the couch? I was like, oh yeah, Biz might be actually doing chores, which would, mean you have to move around. And yes, Biz has been doing laundry, which is important. You know what? It's like everybody says the only things that are true in life are death and taxes. I would like to add laundry to that because laundry is the thing that just keeps coming up. Laundry is eternal. just put that in your laundry room. Laundry, it's eternal. Mandarins sound good. I would love a good mandarin right now. Mighty Mouse and Barbie Basher on the line for their respective teams. Mighty Mouse with a spin at the front, I think got lead jammer, but then got swallowed back up by the pack. Barbie Basher got out of the pack, but it is Mighty Mouse who controls this game. Mighty Mouse does not see the bench telling her to call it, and Barbie might have managed to steal a point or two there. Did she? I don't know. They're discussing. Oh, you're going to put up your toques. That's in Canada, right, next week, eh? I want to go to Canada, Sirius. We are. Oh, but for our Alaska cruise, yes. But not next weekend for Put Up Your Toques. Is that going to be streamed, Biz? Yes, Simon, we did get the link to the Pacific Northwest calendar you sent. So we were able to look at it, so we totally got it, and we are going to keep our eyes on it. Right now, there weren't any games that we can attend while we're there, but we're hoping more might get added. Punky is out, but so is Rage and Ray, and these two jammers are racing to the pack. Punky hits the tripod and immediately hits her hips, grabbing 1 point for IJRD, but Kalamazoo was able to sneak out 4 of their own. IJRD currently in the lead by 3. Oh, Biz says C, Waterloo. That makes me think of water buffalo. I wish I were a water buffalo. Some are fast and some are slow. Where they come from, I don't know, but I just want a water buffalo. Evil C is jamming for Indianapolis Junior Roller Derby, and Barbie Basher is the one who comes out as lead. Great job, Barbie, because that's hard to do against Evil C. Evil C's out of the pack, but Barbie is in the pack and scoring points right now. Barbie's still in the pack and working her way through. She is through the pack, but she just got a penalty. Her bench was saying, call, and she was like, I can't, I have a forearm penalty. So this is another 2-minute jam, and Evil C has scored 4 points. Barbie, I'm pretty sure, has 4 points in the pocket, so I believe Barbie did get those 4 points, but got that penalty. So when Barbie comes out of the box in 30 seconds, she is going to have to go through the pack again. So that is so hard for a jammer when you have to re-earn those points to be able to score more than those 4 points. Evil C attempting a straight pecs jump, but was, what's the word I'm thinking of? Slam IM, he was stopped. He was, I keep on wanting to say stymied, but he was something by Slam IM. What? I'm trying to, there's a specific word when somebody stops you from doing something. You all know in the chat what word I'm thinking of, I think. You're going to help me. Evil C getting through for another 4 points, bringing the jam total to 12. Barbie is out of the pack and was able to get through and grab those 4 points, and now is able to get some more. Barbie is up in dealing with a Blocktopus. Evil C through for 4 points. Barbie trying to get IJRD separated so that Barbie can get through. Nice recycling to the front being done there by Pepper Spray to continue to block Barbie, but Barbie was able to get through and is now coming around on another scoring pass. Evil C through for another 4, bringing the total to 16. IJRD goes, no, 20. Evil C scored 20 points in that jam. Still not, so the biggest jam of the day yesterday. 3 people managed to get 28-point jams. We did not get any jams that were above 28. And it was Sirius, Bigfoot, and Evil C. Was it Monster? Oh, no. I have it written down. Nope. Yep. Sirius and Bigfoot both had 28-point jams. You know what? Everything was so exciting last night. There might have been a 28-point jam by Savannah, but I think I was just like, everything went crazy. So I'm not sure. Princess Leia out gets lead jammer. Mighty Mouse is out of the pack, but has got about half a track to go. Princess Leia out does hit those hips and is calling the jam after scoring 2 points for Kalamazoo, bringing them within 11 of IJRD. Biz is pretty sure she's watched unopened packets of fruit snacks. Biz, okay, you and Sirius need to have a talk because Sirius has a problem of washing whatever is in his pockets, specifically hoodies. Sirius forgets to clean out the hoodie pocket and has washed many weird things. So I need to sit both of you down and we need to have a conversation about emptying things out. Also, did you open the unopened packets of fruit snacks afterwards? Was it like just one big gloop of fruit snacks? Or what does it become when you've washed a package of fruit snacks? Gloop. I like the word gloop. Rage and Ray is your lead jammer for Kalamazoo. Punky Bruiser not going to be able to score any points because Rage and Ray and Kalamazoo are using the tactic of hit it and quit it to try and chip into the lead that IJRD has established. Oh, Simon, is it really everybody's got a water buffalo? Did I change the words? Of course I did. I tend to change the words to lyrics. Oh, is that what ends up in your wash, Chaos? Is drill bits and screws and such? All right, that's going to be our chat question of the day. Ooh, it tells me I can do a question and answer. So what items do you find in your laundry machine is going to be the question of the day for this game. Princess Leia out, grabbing those 4 points, continuing to get closer. Kalamazoo has held IJRD scoreless in the last 3 jams and has just been like couple points, and they are now within 4. All right, let me see if I can do a question. Start a Q&A. It says answer viewer questions live. I don't know if this is a question. Okay, I'm not going to do it. Serious is like, don't. Just focus on the game. You're right, I can't type and talk. I won't do it. Ragin' Ray and Mighty Mouse. Mighty Mouse is going to be your lead jammer, the first lead jam in 4 jams for IJRD, but Ragin' Ray is able to get out as well and will be chasing down Mighty Mouse and IJRD. Ragin' Ray coming into the pack. Mighty Mouse is not calling it, so she is going to count on those blockers to be able to hold Ragin' Ray, who just got a penalty? No, did not get a penalty. Did get a penalty. I'm confused. Yes, did get a penalty. Both the pivot and the jammer are headed to the box for Kalamazoo, so this will be a power jam for Mighty Mouse. Oh, Kalamazoo was getting so close there to being able to start to chip into. Like they almost had taken that lead back. They were within 4 points, and now IJRD has a great opportunity to pull this lead away, and Kalamazoo is gonna be chomping at the bit as soon as Ragin' Ray can get out of that penalty box. Disco de Box has fish food gets washed in your washing machine. Screws replies. What's a reply? Whips. I don't know what that is. All we get is a bunch of wadded up Kleenex. That's pretty much all that comes out. Sometimes money. Money gets washed. We got some crisp dollar bills. Crisp dollar bills, y'all. Yes. Yeah. Siri says that's the best feeling ever when I open the dryer and money flies out. Biz also has the same questions I do about whips. Punky has only got 2 blockers to get past on this power jam and is able to get through to grab lead jammer for IJRD. Chaos is telling Kalamazoo, be careful with those penalties. We do have 2 players on Kalamazoo who have 3 penalties, and we are halfway through the first half. Q-tips. Q-tips make so much more sense than whips. Thank you, Disco, for the clarification. You know what? Don't apologize, because that made for some good mental exercises that all of us were doing. Biz says Q-tips is significantly less exciting. Sirius is broken. He's crying. Punky is still lead, but oh, look at these walls, Sirius. Look at these. Oh, somebody's gonna have to drop back. Somebody's gonna have to drop back. Ray gets through and is on her initial, so no points being scored, but that made me tired. What great blocking from both teams there. That was fabulous. We're still laughing. The new sticker? No, what kind of a sticker are we gonna do? A laundry machine with like a whip hanging out of it? Q-tips, not whips. Q-tips. I love it. I love it so much. Barbie Basher on the line for Kalamazoo and Evil C for IJRD. Barbie is... Oh no! Evil C in the box. This is a power jam for Barbie Basher and Kalamazoo, and Barbie immediately gets lead. No! Wait, Barbie's getting a forearm penalty, so this is going to be a shenana jam. Copyright Kimbo Slicer, Circle City. And Evil C will stand. Barbie will only sit for as long as Evil C had already sat in the box, and this is another jam that's going to go for 2 full minutes. Oh, reply. Okay, replies was earplugs. Got it. I like it. The random things that you find in your in your laundry after you've done a load of wash? What is the weirdest thing you found, since we have definitely gotten into weird things? I feel like when my kids were little, I used to find some odd things, but I don't remember anything particularly super exciting. I know the worst thing you can find is gum. Gum is the worst because it has melted. It's just disgusting. Evil C out of the box and through the pack for 4 points for IJRD. And Barbie Basher trying to answer with 4 points of her own and is able to get around Lilyhammer. Evil C in the pack, jumping around, avoiding a hit. Barbie in the pack gets hit by Lily, but Lily also goes out. So Barbie will not get that point because when Barbie and Lily both went out, Barbie went back in. So Barbie did not get Lily's point there. That's a great example of a no pass, no penalty. So there's no penalty there, but you also don't get that point. Both jammers are just doing laps right now, matching each other point for point. IJRD has had a couple more laps, so IJRD ends that jam with 24 points. Kalamazoo ending it with 17? I'm waiting for the point to get up there. Maybe 16. Maybe I was wrong. Yes, Kleenex are the worst to find in the laundry, and it happens all the time in my house, Biz. Simon says I can't be the only one who's washed their mouth guard. Money is the best. Chapstick and crayons are the worst. Oh my gosh. A spider? No, Goldie, no. Was it alive? Mighty Mouse and Princess Leia out jamming for their respective teams. Don't forget, oh no, Princess Leia is out on a forearm in the penalty box. Oof. It is now a power jam for IJRD and Mighty Mouse. Pens. Yeah, pens are tough too. And especially if the ink gets everywhere. And Mighty Mouse was able to stretch that pack apart at the front to get 4 points for IJRD. As Princess Leia comes back in the pack, Soul Crusher pulled back to stretch that pack out. So Princess Leia had to come in at the very back of the pack, but Princess Leia is now in and with a little apex jump almost through, but was stymied by Ghost. Somebody has to give me the word I'm trying to think of. It's not stymied. Foiled? That's not the word either. It's close. It's close. IJRD has scored 8 points. Princess Leia out, still trying to find any way to get through. Oh, this is a good opportunity with everybody on the ground, and Princess Leia out does get through. Mighty Mouse currently in the pack on a scoring pass. Princess Leia out coming down the... Whoa, a nice jump, but I don't know if any points were scored there. Did she land with her skate in bounds to grab those 4 points at the end? Since we just learned that from Admiral in the last game, that as long as the first thing to land inbounds is your skate, but it does not look like she was able to get any at the end there. Thwarted! That's it, Biz. Biz wins my award, whatever award I'm giving. It's thwarted. Thank you. I'm writing it down so I don't forget it again. I love all of you. They're all helping denied. Stalled. I knew that. Can you guys come to work with me? I'll be at work and someone asks me a question. I don't know. Let me ask the chat. Funky Bruiser and Rage and Ray jamming for their teams. Punky is through as lead jammer for IJRD. Rage and Ray also able to get out, but is going to be about 3/4 of a track behind Punky as these two jammers are going to race to the pack. Punky currently in the pack and decides to call it as soon as she grabs all 4 of those points. And Goldie's spider was very alive and very large. Goldie, are you of the persuasion of grabbing the spider and taking him out to be in the wild and be happy and alive, or are you of the squish and throw away persuasion? Smoosh. I mean, they say spiders are helpful, but it's really hard when they're so like gross. Barbie Basher is your lead jammer for Kalamazoo, but Evil C was able to get out and is about a quarter track behind, and that pack is speeding up and spreading out. Barbie taking advantage of that spread out pack to get through and grab 4 points, but Evil C following Barbie gets 4 points of his own. Barbie weaving through the pack, getting stopped by Ghost and Soul Crusher, but grabbed 3 more points, outscoring IJRD by 7 points, bringing the total for Kalamazoo to 77. We have got 7 minutes left in this first half. I'm going to be writing down Skater of the Game nominees during halftime, so if you have somebody you want Sirius and I to consider nominating for Skater of the Game, please shout them out and tell us why you think we should consider them as our Skater of the Game. Goldie tried to save the spider, but it ran back down the lint trap. Oh, so you had to play rough. A friend took his small son fishing, and after coming home and washing his clothes, found minnows in the washer? How? How did that happen? Kids can pick up the darndest things. That's so funny. I love it. Okay, did anybody score any points there? Yes, somebody did. Who scored points? It was Kalamazoo. 3 points, bringing their total to 80 with 6 minutes left in this first half. And then we will have one more game. Don't worry, those of you who are like, oh, man, we're coming to the end of the game. We got one more, and it is the championship game, which will let one of these teams go through to nationals, which I'm going to want to watch. That's in Loveland, Colorado on July 12th and 13th. We're going to be on a ship, Sirius. I don't know if we're going to be able to watch. Rage and Ray is jamming for Kalamazoo and is your lead jammer. Punky Bruiser, meanwhile, jamming for IJRD, is trying to pull that pack apart at the front. Great blocking being done there by On Death Rose to hold Punky as long as she can. Punky is able to get out and is chasing down Rage and Ray, who has scored 4 points for Kalamazoo and decides to call the jam before Punky can do anything about it. 5 minutes left in this first half. Princess Leia out has the star for Kalamazoo, and Evil C has the star for IJRD. A few of us decided earlier that Evil C has a similar face to one of the medics, and I'm looking, the medic is medicing right now, and I really want them both to sit next to each other so I can just compare. They look so similar. I love it when you find doppelgangers of people. It's always fun when you're like, hey, you look just like that person. I don't like it when it happens between like 2 different jammers at an event, though, because then I get confused the whole time. And an apex jump. It's more like an apex step. Evil C makes it look so easy. Like, it is not easy to do, but Evil C makes it look easy. 4 points, and he calls it. Kalamazoo not able to get any points in that jam. All right, can we look at penalties real quick, Sirius? Just real quick. Sorry, I did not prepare you for that one. IJRD keeping it pretty clean. Lilyhammer with the most. We got one misconduct in a little bit of danger, and there's a few skaters with 3 on Kalamazoo. So there are definitely a lot of penalties being handed out in this game. Oh, Rage and Ray finding space on the inside there, and will be your lead jammer for Kalamazoo, who is trying to catch up to IJRD. Mighty Mouse was able to get out and does force the call off, but not before Kalamazoo puts 4 more points on the board. Misconduct with the star for the first time in this game. Saw that a little bit yesterday, but not today yet. Little fist bump between Punky and Misconduct. These teams are very close to each other geographically, so a lot of these skaters have known each other for a long time. There are level 2 and level 3 juniors, so some of these skaters have played against each other since they were teeny tiny. But this is a level 3 tournament. Misconduct with a sweep around the outside is called lead jammer for Kalamazoo. Punky able to get out, but Misconduct is already almost in the pack, sees that apex and takes a jump and immediately calls it. Oh no, a track cut! And will be sitting in the box with the blocker who's there ready to let's have a little chat while we wait in the box. So it's going to be a 2-minute jam, and Punky Bruiser, nope, it's not. Well, it is going to be a 2-minute jam, but it's going to be a shenana jam. As Punky sits down, Misconduct will stand, and Punky will sit for as long as Misconduct was in, which wasn't very long, I don't think. Misconduct is back out on the track. That was a huge hit. Misconduct is through for 4 points. 6? Oh yeah, that does become 6 for Misconduct. Ooh. And we're not even to the second half yet. Simon, welcome. I thought you already were on the one of our members, but welcome, welcome, welcome to the third wheel practice squad. There's nobody on the track. What? There's literally like one blocker from each team on the track right now, and that's it. No, now 2 blockers. Okay, penalties are ticking up. Welcome, Simon. Everybody who is a third wheel member, welcome, Simon, to the practice squad. We're so excited to have you here. Yay, we're so glad to have you back. And it's all right. You took a little break, and now you're back, and we welcome you back with open arms. We love our third wheel members. And now you can use your extra special emojis again. I'm glad that you found a new job, Simon. That is wonderful news. Okay, 1 minute left, so we've got time for one more jam. Cassie says, lonely, oh, so lonely. Literally, both of them looked around, and then they looked at each other. Those two, it was Mad Max and Cassie, who was the lonesome blocker for Kalamazoo. It was really cute the way they just kind of, where'd everybody go? Lead going to Ragin' Ray for Kalamazoo. Kalamazoo in that last jam was able to get, or the jam before, was able to get above the 100 mark. So both these teams have gone above 100. There is there's 28 points between these two teams, and we know that there were jams of 28 points in yesterday's games. And Sirius reminds me again, he just looked at me very seriously and goes, Kalamazoo doesn't quit. Don't forget that. Don't forget that Kalamazoo will never quit. So it's going to be a real interesting second half. No, you're right. And Kalamazoo, I feel like, is a second half team. So it's going to be really interesting to see as we go into halftime how these teams adjust from the first half and what happens, because regardless of what happens in the next jam, it's going to be a close game going into the second half. Feline. It was Feline. Feline and Max. I feel like I would. Ooh, okay, I have a job for you, Cassie. Can you at some point go back, take a screenshot of Max and Feline when they were looking at each other, and we'll have to do some sort of fun meme with it. Simon says Kazoo is too legit to quit. Okay, how many of you just did the 2L, 2L, wait, quit, 2L, 2, and then the little thumb for quit. Too legit to quit. I am old, Sirius. You are right. I am old because I know that very well. Oh, I haven't even gotten to tell you guys any of my candy jokes. What's the funniest candy of all, Sirius? Well, yeah, Laffy Taffy, I guess, is the actual funniest. But the answer I was looking for was LO Lollipop. LOL Lollipop. LOL Lollipop. Lollipops. Lollipops! Lead for this last jam of the half going to Princess Leia out from Kalamazoo. Swinging around, barely missing Lilyhammer's big hit and getting through. So Lily was not able. Oh, that was amazing offense being done there by, who was that? 240 on Kalamazoo. Cemetery Girl doing that offense to help Princess Leia out get through for 4 more points. And again, another 4-point jam for Princess Leia out. Evil C is out of the box and still on his initial. as Princess Leia out continues to rack up points. The period clock has run out, so this will be the last jam. Evil C was able to get out and force the call off, but that damage was done, and we go into halftime with a 10-point spread between these two teams. This is going to be a fun second half. I'm gonna go take a drink of water, get hydrated, and get ready for the rest of this third place medal game coming up soon on Derby Date Night. to Derby Date Night Juniors Tournament Edition. We are in the third place medal matchup. That was hard to say. Medal matchup between Indianapolis Junior Roller Derby and the Kalamazoo Killer Bees from Michigan. Michigan versus Indiana. The battle for the greatest of the lakes. Which lake is, never mind. I was gonna ask which lake. Does Indiana touch more than one of the Great Lakes? No, Indiana touches one of the lakes. It's the big one, Lake Michigan. But I'm asking if it touches any other of the Great Lakes. Anyway, they only had 10 points in between them as we went into halftime. And we are already off to the races for the second half. And it is going to be Princess Leia out who gets lead jammer. But Evil C got out at almost the exact same time. No. Princess Leia out is not going to be lead jammer because that was a track cut. And that's going to be, how many penalties is that on Princess Leia out? Hold on. Give me a sec, let me look. Okay, not too many. That was the fourth. So Evil C is lead and now has scored 4 points for Indianapolis Junior Roller Derby. And that means 8 points. Princess Leia out is standing in the penalty box, so will be released soon. JRDA says, I know you got within 10 before halftime, but we're gonna try and stop that from happening by putting 12 points on the board so far in this second half. Princess Leia out is out of the pack or out of the box and through the pack on her initial. So now will be eligible to score points if Evil C does not call the jam. Evil C is through and does call it, but I think Princess Leia out was able to sneak 3 points there. Sirius is looking at a map. No, it almost touches this one. What one is that? Lake Erie?
That's on Ohio.
That's not, oh, that's Ohio. Okay, sorry, I didn't see the line. So, yes, Indiana only touches Lake Michigan. And Michigan doesn't even touch all the Great Lakes. I thought Michigan touched all the lakes. Okay, Sirius has to show me a map now so that I don't argue with him too much. Okay, Ragin' Ray on the line for Kalamazoo and Mighty Mouse for JRDA. My brain. I need a break. I'm so glad I took the day off of work tomorrow. My brain is not braining. Mighty Mouse is lead and is coming around on a scoring pass, but Ragin' Ray was also able to get out, and these two skaters are both in the pack, both scoring points. Mighty Mouse getting pulled all the way to the back by Fierce Feline. 4 points for Kalamazoo and Ragin' Ray. But this jam is still run by Mighty Mouse, who is still in the pack, but decides to call it and was able to grab 3 of the 4 points that they were eligible for. All right, before we go to the next jam, I'm going to put up your vote for Skater of the Game. Once I put this vote up, it will be up until 5 minutes left in this game. I have chosen 1 blocker from each team and 1 jammer from each team, and you all get to choose who the Skater of the Game is that will get the coveted Derby Date Night Skater of the Game sticker. You only get to vote once, so choose wisely. Goldie doing a great job saying remember to click that like button to support Derby. We love all of your support, and we are during halftime we were at what 1,699 subscribers. I think we're going to get over 1,700 today. Woohoo! That means we're getting so close. We're gonna start flirting with 2,000. Oh, we're at 1,700. Woo! One of you must have just subscribed. I think we're going to flirt with 2,000 this season. Punky Bruiser is your lead jammer, has scored 4 points. Ragin' Ray out of the box, has the star in hand. Ragin' Ray is through. That was Ragin' Ray's initial, so no points scored. That was a little, was that a spin on the ground? It was like doing breakdancing. But Punky did call the jam after scoring 8 total points for the JRDA. Do they have a thing like Kalamazoo Killer Bees? The JRDA blank. I don't know. What would they be? The wheels? The cars? Because their logo is a wheel. I don't know. The JRDA skaters. I'm just coming up with my own things out here. Evil C jamming for JRDA is through as your lead jammer. Barbie Basher is also through, about half a track behind. Evil C hits the pack and hits those hips and grabbed 2 points for IJRD, bringing them to 160. We have a point differential of 32 right now. This is the largest point differential we have had in this game. Princess Layout and Mighty Mouse giving each other a high five there. I wonder what the third place, is it a trophy, do you think? Is it a medal? Do they all get medals? Maybe somebody in the chat knows. What do you get for third place? All right, we are off, and Mighty Mouse is your lead jammer for IJRD. But Princess Layout, look how speedy Princess Layout is, chasing down Mighty Mouse. Princess Layout hits the pack with those hips, making sure that she was able to get some points even though she wasn't lead jammer. Mighty Mouse called that jam. Kalamazoo ended up scoring 2 points in that jam, and that is proof of the fact that using those hips, what Princess Layout did when she went into that tripod was she made sure her hips went first and got past both of the butts of the tripod to grab those 2 points, and that might have been the difference for outscoring IJRD. Punky jamming for IJRD, stuck in a tripod while Ragin' Ray gets out and through as your lead jammer for Kalamazoo. Whenever I say the differential has gotten big, the other team is always like, nope, we're gonna fix that here. Don't you worry. Ragin' Ray grabbing 4 points and keeping IJRD scoreless, cutting into that differential. Can I see penalties real quick, Sirius, please? A fist bump between Princess Layout and Evil C, who are going to be jamming in the next jam. IJRD keeping it pretty clean. We got 1 with 5 and 2 with 3. Got a few who have none. Congratulations to all of you, doing a great job. On the Kazoo side, we got 2. We got Misconduct flirting with 6, Crazy K at 5, couple at 4. So definitely a little bit more penalties on the Kazoo side. Evil C is your lead jammer for IJRD. Princess Layout sees some space on the inside and is able to get through. Evil C hitting that pack and swinging around the outside. Looks to the bench and decides to call that jam. Princess Layout was not able to sneak any points there at the end of the jam. Oh, you want me to show everyone the Oscar Mayer socks? So shoe cam is also a sock cam. We talked about a shoe cam earlier, but Sirius is very impressed by the Oscar Mayer wiener socks. But do you know why? It's because that's Mad Max. And Oscar Mayer is a sponsor of the Indy 500. I think Mad Max just has a thing for the Indy 500 because Mad Max is also the one who drinks the half gallon of milk during every single game they play. So I'm not surprised to see the Oscar Mayer socks on Mad Max. Barbie Basher is your lead jammer, followed by Mighty Mouse about half a track behind. Kazoo continuing to try and cut into this lead. Speaking of Mad Max, Max did a really great job of protecting his point there, of going to the front and making sure that he stayed in front of Barbie to not let his point get stolen. Punky Bruiser currently winning the vote for Skater of the Game, which is open for 15 more minutes. And the Barbie Basher jammer for Kalamazoo is in the box, so this is going to be a power jam for IJRD. Soul Crusher going in to provide that offense, sweeps out the back of the pivot, but it is Crazy K at the front who's holding but gets a penalty, and Punky is able to get through and become lead jammer. Yes, Goldie, I think they are the best socks ever. Punky coming in, only has 2 blockers to get past. We've been talking about those penalties on Kazoo. On Death Rose comes out of the box and finds a shoulder hit by Ghost. That shoulder hit did send Ghost to the penalty box, though, for a low L. What's an L? Low block. Oh, I didn't see this. They must have gotten tangled up in the skates there. Barbie is out of the pack, or out of the box and through the pack, and will be eligible to score points, but won't be able to because that jam will be called. 20 minutes left in this game, and then you will be able to watch our championship game between Pittsburgh and Savannah at 4 o'clock Eastern time. This tournament has been really fun. We are so happy that you all have joined us here. I have got the best joke ever for you, Sirius. To what? Oh, 2 o'clock? Sorry, I'm in the wrong time. It's 1:15 now, 2 o'clock Eastern time. Not 4 o'clock. We will be tearing down at that point. Hopefully on the road back to Muncie to get some sleep and hug our puppies. Oh, and children. On Father's Day, which I forgot again that it's Father's Day. I keep Max leaves random socks at my house all the time. So Max is a fan of all sorts of socks. Max might be my spirit animal because I don't like shoes and I don't like socks. If I have a choice, I would be barefoot all the time. No, but if Max is leaving socks at someone's house all the time, Max must be my spirit animal because that means Max and I both like to take our socks off. My logic is not logicking for you? You know I have unique logic. He goes, oh, it's Saturday. I guess you can say whatever you want, Aria. I had a really good joke, and then you distracted me, and now you don't get to hear the joke. No jokes for you, serious. He goes, oh, I'm fine with that. You don't want me to make you groan. I have a really good joke that's coming, so you all need to be ready for this great joke that I have. Lead jammer going to Ragin' Ray. Evil C is chasing Ray down. These jammers are right next to each other. Ragin' Ray gets stopped by Angel of Anarchy and calls the jam. I don't think any points were scored. No, somebody scored points. 3 points scored by IJRD in that one. Barbie Basher has the star for Kalamazoo, and Mighty Mouse is on the line for IJRD. The penalty box has 2 blockers in it, so Mighty Mouse only has 2 Kalamazoo blockers to get past. We have 2 blockers for Kalamazoo who have gotten up to 5 penalties. We still have 20 minutes to play, so that might affect Kalamazoo's game with having some of these skaters not being able to play as much because they're so high in their penalty count. More whistles means more penalties for people. Power jam now for IJRD as Barbie Basher is headed to the penalty box. I know, joke hype. Joke hype is a whole new thing. I'm building up this next joke. I'm very aware because I think it's freaking hilarious, but I have a feeling it's probably going to land flat just because I've hyped it up way too much. Mighty Mouse through for 4 points for IJRD, bringing that total in this jam to 8. Mighty Mouse is through for 4 points. That makes that total 12. And somebody's going to the box. The pack just all of a sudden slowed down and became very defensive and really focusing on holding these jammers. Both jammers now getting pulled to the back of the pack. Barbie thought that she was able to keep going, but was given a track cut at the end of that jam and will be sitting in the penalty box to start this next jam. Punky Bruiser is going to have a power jam for IJRD in this next jam. Okay, you want me to look at penalties? Is that what you were pointing at? Do you want to bring them up or do you just want me to look at them? Okay. Let's see. We have 4 skaters on Kalamazoo with 6 or 5 penalties. We have 1 skater on Indy with 5 penalties. So that's going to be something that you're definitely going to want to watch as we continue with this game. Punky Bruiser is through with lead jammer as Barbie Basher waits in the penalty box. Punky weaving back and forth, but able to get through that pack to grab 4 points. Barbie has been released from the box and will now be coming in on her initial, so will not be able to score points until she gets through that pack once. Punky in the pack right now on a second scoring pass, having already scored 4 points, is looking to score another 4. And Punky is through for 4. Barbie also through, and Punky notices and calls that jam, keeping Kalamazoo scoreless in that jam. JRDA has broken the 200 mark with that jam. 200 to 136. We are now starting to stretch that differential out a little bit more, and that whistle means timeout, but it also means I get to finally tell you this joke that I've been hyping up forever. Nope, Sirius wants me to show you penalties first. Got to wait for the joke a little longer. All right, so that's what we're looking at. I'm going to give my props to World War Bean, Kitty Wampus, Mighty Mouse, and Dirty Dingus McDuck, who have stayed penalty-free. On the Kalamazoo side, whoo! Oh, misconduct just fouled out, and so did Barbie Basher. Oh, no! Whew, that's going to affect things for Kalamazoo for sure. But I want to give my shout-outs to Cookie Crasher, the Iron Maiden, and MT Hammer for staying penalty-free. We're still in timeouts, and now it is time for, you're right, Goldie Socks, the joke.
So much pressure on this one.
Here are the steps on how to survive being stranded on a desert island.
Desert island?
Desert island. Step 1, check spelling. Check 2. Step 2, if correct, enjoy. Steps on how to survive being stranded on a desert island. Desert island, check spelling. Am I on a desert island or a dessert island? If correct, enjoy. Sirius goes, no. No. I thought it was hilarious, Sirius. He said it would have been funnier without the setup. When you have high expectations, it's always not as funny because you're like, I'm ready to laugh. That's what I think comedians have the hardest job, because you go to a stand-up comedian expecting, you're sitting there and you're like, make me laugh. Like, that's a really hard thing for people to do. Goldie said, slightly visual joke on an audio stream. Yes, you have to write it out. Simon said the same thing. The joke would go over a lot better as written. I know, it is. And it even was like separated. Step 1 and step 2 were on different lines. Sirius just fouled me out. I have now fouled out. Goodbye. Sirius is now the announcer. Ooh. He goes, nope. Ragin' Ray is in a power jam for Kalamazoo, while Punky Bruiser waits in the penalty box on a forearm penalty. Ragin' Ray coming into the pack on a scoring pass. Punky Bruiser is now in the pack and on that initial. Ragin' Ray has scored 4 points, coming around to try and score some more. I hear some whistles. I don't know who the whistles are for. Punky is stuck on, such good defense being done by the Kalamazoo wall. Soul Crusher coming up to try and help Punky. Punky has that star off. Might be trying to give it to Soul Crusher. Did Ragin' Ray go to the box? Yes, Ragin' Ray is in the box. Oh no. Soul Crusher is now a jammer for the first time in this tournament and was able to get through and is putting that star on. And since Ragin' Ray went to the box, this is going to be a 2-minute jam, and Soul Crusher is going to be the jammer for it. And Soul Crusher is almost through. Nice recycling to the front by Kalamazoo to hold Soul Crusher there. They did not give up. That's what Sirius says about Kalamazoo. They never give up. Soul Crusher is through for 4 more points. Ragin' Ray is back in the box again? Is Ragin' Ray back in the box for a second time? Oh no, we are flirting with more foul outs here. I'm watching these penalties pile up a little bit on the Kalamazoo side. Soul Crusher getting pulled to the back. And that jam comes to an end. Kalamazoo was able to outscore Indianapolis in that jam 6-4. And not another foul out yet, but we do have 2 skaters at 6 and 1 at 5 on the Kalamazoo side. Regina says, I want to thank all of the people involved with Derby Date Night for the excellent live stream of this event. It means a lot to the parents who have to stay home. Thank you so much, Regina. That means so much to us. That is one of the reasons why we want to do Derby Date Night, is because we know that not everyone can travel to every single game, and we want you to be able to see your family and your friends play in these games, and it means so much to us to hear that you appreciate what we're doing, and we really, really appreciate you as well, because we wouldn't have as much fun doing this if the chat was completely silent. So if it wasn't for your skaters, then we would not have anything to talk about either. So we appreciate all that you have done to raise these skaters into amazing people. And even the juniors, when I come here, they come over and say hi to us. They thank us. They're so sweet. We've gotten gifts from some of the skaters. I mean, we adore everyone in the Derby community and have so much fun being a part of it, and we appreciate being welcomed into this community by all of you. I want to also shout out our camera operator, Smooth, who doesn't have to do this and is been on camera for every single game. There she is, Smooth with the headphones on, jamming to her music, but she has been on camera all weekend long. She just loves being our camera operator, and we absolutely love her, and we wouldn't be able to have as good footage without her being willing to jump on camera anytime we need it. So thank you so much, Smooth. We adore you so much. Okay, I guess I have to tell another joke, but I'm not building this one up.
Good.
So did you know that I have abs? I have absolutely no self-control when it comes to dessert. Hashtag facts. Serious. My wife said I was overconfident by transporting Spanish desserts in the center console of my car. I didn't care. But then the shift hit the flan. That's just bad. What kind of dessert comes out of a musical volcano? Baklava. 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 Have you ever had baklava? What is baklava made of? Because it looks like chocolate and coconut, but that's not what it is. It has hazelnut in it, I think. Somebody's going to know what baklava is made of. What are you pointing at? Oh, the Pittsburgh skaters getting ready for the next game. They are going to be in that championship game in 35 minutes. So they're watching the finish of this game, but they are focused on the prize of going to nationals, because it's going to be either Pittsburgh or it's going to be Savannah. Can you look? There's Savannah over there. Show them, serious. And there's Savannah. They are also ready to get on the track and ready. What? Waiting in the wings. Waiting in the wings is our teams. They are ready to go. Can you also show the Kalamazoo bench coach, because I just have to give props to this outfit over here of the Kalamazoo Killer Bees. I also would dress up as a bee if I was a Kalamazoo coach, and I just think it is peak amazingness, and I love to see it. So just want a quick shout out to the bumblebees. Goldie Talk says baklava is made of phyllo dough and pistachios. Okay. Honey, walnuts, or some kind of nut and phyllo dough. Yeah, I think so. I thought it was hazelnut, but I think Goldie Talks, I think it is pistachios. Oh, I haven't had it in years. What is your favorite dessert to make?
Isn't that Simon?
Who did I say?
Oh, no, they're both saying the same thing.
No, Simon said walnuts. Goldie said pistachios. Do you see that they said a different nut, serious? We're so freaking tired right now.
I'm going.
You're losing it now? My favorite dessert is usually some combination of strawberry and lemon. chairs? Okay. Okay. So that official review was asking for an expulsion on White Jammer because when they went into the box, they knocked over 3 chairs. After review, though, none of the box staff was touched by any of the chairs. So the refs did not believe that that was egregious, and they will not retain their official review. And White Jammer will just stay in the penalty box like normal. They do make both walnut and pistachio baklava. Ooh, root beer float. Goldie, that sounds so good. Arderb Fuzzy says, I love watching the teams wave at the cameras. We love it too. It's hard though because we're on a 30-second delay, so it's really hard to like time it right. But if I can just get them to wave at me, that usually works. But sometimes when they're listening, when people are listening, they'll hear it and it's never mind.
I think they're talking about the ones on track.
Oh, the ones on track that wave at the camera? Oh, I thought you meant the teams waiting in the wings waving to the camera. Yes, I do love it when people come around and give blow a little kiss to Derby Date Night or give a wave to the cameras. Evil C got lead Jammer, but also got pushed out and is going to have to come back to the back of the pack and is able to get through. Ragin' Ray comes out of the box and also gets through the pack, is about half a track behind Evil C, who goes up on 1 foot and goes backwards and calls the jam. Like, it's nothing. That is not easy. It might look easy, but it is not as easy as they make it look. An orange float? Okay, I want an orange float. That sounds so good, Chaos. Sirius is telling me to remind you to vote in the Skater of the Game poll. You've only got 7 more game time minutes. Right now, Punky Bruiser is winning, but we've also got some votes out there for Ghost, Cemetery Girl, and Barbie Basher. Now I want dessert. You know Sunday of a tournament is when we start talking about food, Goldie. You've been around for a while, so you knew you ran this risk when you turned on the television. Lead jammer is Princess Leia out for Kalamazoo. Again, showing the Kalamazoo does not quit that we have been telling you. Regardless of how far down they are never going to quit. I just almost rickrolled the whole chat. I started almost, never going to give you up, never going to let you down, never going to lay you around. Oh no, what? Princess Leia lost lead. Everybody stopped and I wasn't sure what was happening, but it looks like a back block is sending Princess Leia out to the box, and Mighty Mouse is now on a scoring pass. Disco questions I don't think the penalty box manager was the one that asked for the expulsion. I think it was an actual official review, not the penalty box manager, but yeah, I don't know. Unfortunately, we don't get to mic up the center. That would not be allowed. Nope, nope, nope. Mighty Mouse is through for another 4 points. And Princess Leia out is coming out of the box and grabbing some points of her own. Mighty Mouse through for another 4, bringing that total to 20. Princess Leia out going in. We got 25 seconds left, and no one can call this jam off. So these jammers are going to be going all the way till the end. Princess Leia out getting stuck on the inside line. Mighty Mouse getting through for 4 points. This is the last 10 minutes of Derby for some of these skaters who are aging out after this tournament. Princess Leia out grabbing another 4. So is Mighty Mouse. Mighty Mouse is joining the 28-point club with Evil C and Bigfoot and Sirius. I want somebody to break the 28. I just want somebody to break the 28. Okay, we're looking at penalties. Oh, there was a third foul out. Crazy K also. So Kalamazoo is down to not as many skaters now. Cemetery Girl at 6, and we got Princess, Ragin' Ray, and On Death Rose at 5. Princess and Ragin' Ray are our main jammers. Barbie out is a main jammer. So I hope the other skaters for Kalamazoo are getting ready just in case. Yeah. Goldie says, zoinks, lots of fouls. Should I tell another joke while we're waiting? I think I should. What happens when ice cream gets angry? It has a meltdown. Yeah. That one just kind of sat there like melted ice cream. What's the phrase? You shouldn't cry over, it's not over melted ice cream, it's spilt milk. Okay, who do we have? Yep, I had a feeling they might start putting in some different jammers with some of Kalamazoo's jammers flirting with it being fouled out. On Death Rose and Punky Bruiser are going to be jamming for their teams. Punky Bruiser sweeping to the outside. On Death Rose trying to use force to push through the pack. Punky is out as lead jammer, but On Death Rose able to get out as well. Always love seeing a blocker who takes the star and is able to get out and force that call off. 9 minutes, a little bit more than 9 minutes left. 2 points scored by IJRD in that jam. Princess Leia out with the star, and Evil C also with the star. All right, Princess Leia out is finding a tripod at the back while Evil C is sweeping from side to side trying to pull that pack apart. Big hit on Death Rose, and Evil C is through as your lead jammer. Princess Leia out has taken that star off. I would not be surprised if Princess Leia out is playing a little bit more carefully right now, knowing that she's on 6 penalties. I think that's one of those, like, I have to be really careful because if I go to the box, that is it for me. Princess has passed the star to the pivot, who is now Slam I Am is now the jammer for Kalamazoo. Evil C is in the pack on a second scoring pass. Slam takes a hit to the outside and is going to be reforming at the back as Evil C comes around, getting ready to try and score 4 more points for IJRD. Evil C in the pack right now, up on those toe stops, and is through for another 4 points. Slam I Am working hard and able to get through, and will be chasing Evil C down. We will see. We will see if Evil C is going to continue to run this or if he's going to call it. Slam I Am hits the pack at the back. Evil C getting stuck at the front. Slam, good awareness, making sure that that helmet cover is on. Evil C through for another 4 and does decide to call it after scoring 16 points for IJRD. They are almost 100 points up on Kalamazoo. Kalamazoo held it tight and close for as long as they could, and IJRD is now starting to spread that point spread out a little bit. Oh, look at the sign. What's it say? Focus, speed. Oops, focus. Focus, Sirius. Focus. Focus, speed. Ka-chow, you are speed. That is Death Pixie's family. Rooting for Death Pixie, who is graduating. This is Death Pixie's last game as a junior, and we like to say ka-chow for Death Pixie, who is out there blocking right now as Mighty Mouse comes around on a scoring pass. Bunny Burnout is out as well, chasing down Mighty Mouse, who's currently in the pack on a scoring pass. Mighty Mouse taking a push to the outside and calls that jam after grabbing all 4 of the points for IJRD. No, 3. Goldie liked my focus joke. Sirius agrees, Goldie. He actually thought that was funny. I love double entendres. And I love the word double entendre. It's just a good word. Another timeout? I'm running out of jokes. You guys can't do any more timeouts. On Death Rose and Punky Bruiser giving each other a little high five. Punky Bruiser still winning that Skater of the Game poll. And Eric and Punky are looking at the camera, but I think they're actually looking at the scoreboard, but I'm gonna go with camera. They were just posing for us. There you go. Just here's your pose. Kalamazoo has used all of their timeouts at this point. They do still have an official review. IJRD has 2 of their timeouts left. I don't know if they're going to use them, being ahead as much as they are right now. Punky is able to get through on the outside there as the pack has gone all the way back to turn 4 to start this jam. On Death Row's able to get through. Good job by Kalamazoo making sure to get out of the pack, even if they're not getting lead jammer, to force that call off, and that is exactly what happens here as IJRD has scored 4 more points, and we are getting ready for another jam. That's Death Pixie out there taking that pivot. Wait, if Death Pixie has the pivot, if Evil C passes the star to Death Pixie, then Death Pixie can try to do an apex jump, and I can say the Pixie joke that I was going to make, but now I don't remember the Pixie joke. What was the Pixie joke? Serious? Help me. Somebody will remember. Pixie dust, something. Evil C is lead jammer, so I don't think he's going to pass it to Pixie. And hits his hips, calling the jam off. The jammer for Kalamazoo was also out very quickly and forcing that call off, so that was a really fast jam. On Death Rose has the star for Kalamazoo. Oh, maybe not. Mighty Mouse has the star for IJRD. And is On Death Rose in the penalty box from last jam? Okay, I am being told, those of you who are tuning in for the next game between Pittsburgh and Savannah, that game will be starting at 2:15. They do not want to rush the medal ceremony and all of the things that happen after the game, so the next game will be starting at 2:15. Yes, Pixie sticks the landing. That's what it was. Thank you, Simon. I love you guys. You're wonderful by always remembering things that I can't. Mighty Mouse is lead. I'm gonna pin that. Championship game between Savannah and Pittsburgh will be starting at 2:15 Eastern Time. And I will put it. Is someone calling timeout? What? Why are you hitting your watch? Oh my gosh, we have a skater of the game. That's why. Serious, you know I'm tired. Did you say I'm on a 30-second delay? I really am. I really am on a 30-second delay. All right, our skater of the game for Indianapolis Junior Roller Derby is Punky Bruiser. Congratulations, I will be fine. Who's out there right now? Yay, Punky, you have no idea, but you have earned a skater of the game sticker. She's so excited she's spinning. Oh. So what's the timeout for, do you think? Something official. Something official? Officially official. Hey, that official out there is called Filet Official. I've lost it, people. I'm really glad Abby's coming back. Sounds a little fishy. I'm really glad Abby's coming back for the third game because we're at the point where Aria, all of you who know me well, who have been longtime Derby Date Night listeners, know that this is where I get loopy. Just get silly. On Death Rose is chasing down Punky Bruiser. Punky is lead jammer and currently in the pack on a scoring pass. On Death Rose is also entering the pack. A little apex jump from someone who is normally a blocker to get 4 points. And On Death Rose is now in front of Death Pixie. But it looks like IJRD is going to run the clock at this point. So On Death Rose only has 2 blockers to get through. So gets past and grabs another 4 points. Punky is also through for 4 points for IJRD. We've had more foul outs, just so you know. Princess Leia out, did foul out. Barbie Basher fouled out. Ragin' Ray fouled out. Misconduct fouled out. Cemetery Girl fouled out. And Crazy K fouled out. How many is that? 6? So that means they're down to 9 players. Wait, it's Mad Max's last game with IJRD? No! Really? He's moving to DC. That is not allowed. I mean, congratulations, and I wish you well in your new location. I'm so sad. Really? Oh. I don't like. See, this is what happens when you start enjoying juniors. Is you don't get to watch them as much anymore. Bunny Burnout is your lead jammer for Kalamazoo. Evil C, though, is the one that's in the front and gets through for 4 points. But Bunny Burnout is also through for 4 points. Great job, Kalamazoo, the team that never quits. 2 minutes left in this game. Evil C through for another 4. Bunny Burnout working hard. Normally a blocker takes a huge hit from Snow Fright to bring her to the back of the pack. Evil C through for another 4. IJRD is trying to get to that 300 mark before this game is over. Bunny Burnout, great job there, working hard to get through. I always root for skaters who are not normally jammers when they're jamming. I always get so excited when they get points. I know how much it means when you are not a normal jammer. Like, yay, good job. Evil C in the pack again on a scoring pass. I'm getting sad. I don't even really know any of these skaters personally, and I'm sad for the ones that are graduating. I'm sad for the ones that are skating for the last time with their team. 1 minute left in this game, this 3rd place medal game. If things stand as they do, IJRD will be leaving with a 3rd place medal, and Kalamazoo will be coming in 4th place in this tournament. Great job by both teams. We have 49 seconds left in this game. This could be the very last jam. Bunny Burnout does not look like she is planning on calling it at all. Evil C up on the outside line, does end up having to go back to the back of the pack. Has scored 20, has he scored 28 points? Oh, I think Evil C just did it. Did Evil C do it? 32! I just got really loud on that. Evil C with the biggest jam of the tournament. 32 points. I want to make certificates. Serious, get on that. Punky Bruiser and On Death Rows are going to be starting our very last jam of the game. Coach Eric calls for a timeout to make sure that we are able to have one last jam. If you have a graduating senior, if you have someone who's skating for the last time, go ahead and shout them out in the chat. Let us know how much Derby has meant to them, how much they mean to you. They have all done great. I think they're crying. They're crying. I'm just enjoying this moment.
These are your 3 indie skaters that are aging out.
Yep, got it.
Making sure that Arya knew.
Those are your 3 skaters that are aging out right out there on the line. Oh, they're crying. I'm crying. I hope that we still get to see them play Derby in the future and that they continue to be involved in the sport because they have been just such a joy to watch, all of them. Anybody from Kalamazoo out there who can let me know if there's anyone aging out from Kalamazoo as well, I would love to honor them as well as the indie skaters. Those tuning in for Pittsburgh and Savannah, that game has been moved back to 2:15 Eastern Time. So we will be starting that game in about half an hour. Here we go with the last jam. Period clock has run out and lead goes to On Death Rows from Kalamazoo. Punky is also through. Our skater of the game, Punky Bruiser, who will be receiving a Derby Date Night Skater of the Game sticker. A huge hit from Lilyhammer on Death Rows. On Death Rows was not.
Did Lily just foul out?
Who just fouled out? Lily? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe. And that is a curtain call for Lilyhammer, who got all the way to the last jam of the last game. great job as a skater. Iron Maiden is retiring. Barbie is last game for Barbie as well. Congratulations to Iron Maiden and Barbie for a great Derby career with this team. We hope that career continues and you stay involved in Derby. On death rows, coming in. Punky Bruiser also coming in, and that jam is over. And we have an unofficial score of IJRD 319, Kalamazoo 193. That says it all. Wonderful job by everybody. Congratulations to all the graduating seniors. You have done an amazing job, and we tip our hats to you. We will be back in about half an hour with our championship game, which will determine who is going to go to the national playoffs between Savannah and Pittsburgh. Find out who it's going to be coming up next on Derby Date Night.